What if gods still walked among us, not in marble temples, but beneath the golden skies of Monaco? What if immortality didn't come from legend, but from luxury? Somewhere between dream and reality, there's a man who doesn't speak, yet the world listens. A figure who moves through silence like it's his kingdom. When he walks, engines roar. When he gazes, time seems to stop. No speeches, no interviews, just presence. You've seen him. The silver hair, the black suit, the slow stride through sunlight and shadow. He's not an actor, he's not a king, but somehow, he commands both crown and camera. Every frame of his life looks like a film, cinematic, calculated, and impossibly perfect. He lives not to post, but to mesmerize. People whisper names, rumors, and stories. Is he a billionaire, a genius, a myth reborn? No one really knows. But what's certain is this: he's built an empire on silence, power, and mystery. And tonight, that silence breaks. Because we're pulling back the velvet curtain on the man the world calls Zeus of Monaco. Prepare yourself. This isn't just a lifestyle, it's a legend. From Parisian roots to modern Olympus. Before he became an internet god, Ilan Tobianah was simply a man, a Parisian with an extraordinary vision. Born on November 22, 1971, in the heart of France, his story began far from the golden streets of Monaco. His bloodline traces across France, Morocco, and Italy, a blend of cultures that forged not just his striking looks, but the magnetic confidence that would one day captivate millions. Long before the cameras and supercars, Tobianah was a scholar of precision. He studied law in France, training his mind to navigate contracts, negotiations, and the delicate art of power. In the late 1990s, while others were chasing fame, Tobianah was chasing mastery. By 1999, he had established himself in Paris as a real estate attorney. Not just any lawyer, but one handling multi-million euro properties that shaped the skylines of Europe. Behind every luxurious facade was his signature. Behind every lucrative deal, his quiet influence. For 2 decades, he built wealth the way great sculptors build marble. Slowly, meticulously, without noise. But the 2020s changed everything. The digital world had become the new empire, and Tobianah, ever the strategist, saw the shift before anyone else. While others scrambled for followers, he envisioned a character, not a man, but a myth. Thus was born Zeus of Monaco. His debut wasn't loud. It was cinematic. A slow walk beside a Lamborghini, the glint of sunlight on silver hair, the subtle authority in his silence. No captions, no speeches, just presence. Within weeks, the internet was hypnotized. Millions of viewers watched in awe as Zeus emerged from supercars, his tailored black suit immaculate, his movements deliberate, his expression unreadable. Each frame looked like a scene from a modern epic. A man, not flaunting wealth, but embodying it. His gaze carried the weight of timeless power. His silence became his language. Every video was a masterclass in visual storytelling, part luxury, part legend. The internet asked the same question over and over. Who is this man? But that was the genius of Ilan Tobianah. He didn't answer. He didn't have to. Because Zeus doesn't explain. He simply exists. From Parisian law offices to the marble streets of Monaco, Tobianah didn't just build an empire. He became one. A man who transformed silence into spectacle and luxury into mythology. The relationship. In Greek mythology, even the gods couldn't resist love. And for Ilan Tobianah, known as Zeus of Monaco, that love takes form in Rebeka Vosu, the Estonian model the internet has come to call Aphrodite. Together, they've crafted one of the most enigmatic and visually captivating partnerships in the world of modern luxury. When they appear together, it feels less like a couple's post and more like a cinematic scene. Rebeka's golden hair catching the Riviera sunlight, her soft smile beside Zeus's composed, powerful presence. It's the perfect balance of grace and dominance. Their chemistry radiates through stillness, through glances and gestures, as though they've stepped straight out of myth and into Monte Carlo. They don't speak in their videos, they don't have to. Their silence is their language, one of mystery, magnetism, and command. Each clip feels like a moving painting, with marble palaces, exotic cars, and Mediterranean sunsets serving as its Olympus. What makes their bond so fascinating is how effortless it appears. not performative, not curated for attention, but naturally regal. Together, Zeus and Aphrodite of Monaco have turned love into an art form, a living tableau of power and beauty, where every moment they share feels eternal, and every gaze tells a story of luxury touched by legend. The fashion of a god. If power had a dress code, Ilan Tobianah would be its designer. For the man the world calls the Zeus of Monaco, fashion isn't vanity, it's vocabulary. Every suit, every strand of hair, every subtle movement speaks the language of dominance and refinement. His signature look, the black suit, is more than attire, it's armor. Crafted by Brioni, the same Italian fashion house that tailored James Bond, it's sharp enough to command a room yet understated enough to whisper class. The fit is immaculate, the fabric divine, and the silhouette unmistakable. A symbol of a man who moves with precision and purpose. His accessories are minimal but meaningful, polished Italian leather shoes, a silk pocket square, and a watch that gleams with quiet power. He doesn't need logos or flamboyance. His elegance is in restraint. The mastery of knowing less is more. But when Zeus steps away from the marble halls of Monaco, he trades formality for freedom. Barefoot on the Riviera, in ripped denim and a loose white sweater, Tobianah looks less like a billionaire and more like a myth reborn. Effortless, serene, untouchable. His salt and pepper beard and silver hair complete the legend. They're not a style choice, they're a crown. Together, they give him the timeless aura of a man who transcends fashion itself. In a world chasing trends, Ilan Tobianah is the trend. A living reminder that true style isn't worn, it's embodied. Car collection. Suppose the gods of Olympus ever descended to Earth. In that case, they'd find their divine rides in the underground vaults of Monaco, where Ilan Tobianah, known to millions as the Zeus of Monaco, keeps his legendary fleet of cars. His collection isn't just about horsepower or luxury. It's a declaration of dominance, style, and myth reborn in metal. The centerpiece of his collection is his gold Lamborghini Aventador, a blinding masterpiece that looks less like a car and more like a lightning bolt forged by the gods themselves. When its V12 engine ignites, the roar doesn't echo, it commands. On the streets of Monte Carlo, its reflection flashes across glass towers and yacht decks, a reminder that Zeus has arrived. Then there's the Rolls-Royce Wraith, dressed in deep black and dripping in mystery. Smooth, silent, and impossibly elegant, it doesn't rush, it glides. It's the car of a man who never chases, because everything he wants already moves toward him. The Wraith's interior, stitched with perfection, is more throne room than cockpit. For those moments when he craves unfiltered speed, Tobianah turns to his Ferrari 812 Superfast, a machine engineered to blur the line between reality and fantasy. Its sleek body and growling engine transform Monaco's tight streets into a racetrack worthy of a deity. His Mercedes-AMG G63 strikes a balance between brute power and refined taste. An armored beast wrapped in sophistication. It's what Zeus drives when he wants to conquer the mountains above the Riviera instead of the boulevards below. Add to that, a Bentley Continental GT, oozing timeless prestige, and a Lamborghini Urus, a super SUV that fuses practicality with fire, and his garage begins to resemble a museum of divine craftsmanship. But there's one vehicle that pushes this collection into legend, the Delage D12 hypercar. Rare, futuristic, and nearly impossible to own, it represents Tobianah's philosophy in motion. Power should look as good as it feels. And yes, even Zeus rides on two wheels. His Ducati growls like a creature born from thunder, raw and untamed. Every time Tobianah drives, it isn't transportation, it's theater. Each car becomes an extension of his mythology, filmed in slow motion, scored to epic symphonies, and immortalized in cinematic perfection. Because for the Zeus of Monaco, every road is a red carpet, every turn a performance, and every engine roar a reminder that gods don't walk among men, they drive. The business empire. Behind the golden cars, cinematic videos, and godlike aura lies the real Ilan Tobianah, not just a man of style, but a strategist of substance. Most people see the luxury. Few see the empire that sustains it. At the core of his success stands the Ilan Tobianah Group, a powerful international investment firm headquartered in Paris, with satellite offices in London, New York, and Tel Aviv. This isn't a vanity project. It's an empire built on intellect, discipline, and an almost surgical understanding of markets. Tobianah's expertise spans real estate, technology, and finance, three industries that define modern wealth and control. In the early 2000s, while others chased short-term gains, Tobianah focused on infrastructure and telecommunications, investing in European giants like Altice, Iliad, and Numericable. These aren't just companies. They're the digital veins of Europe's economy. His investments helped shape the networks that connect millions, proving that his influence reaches far beyond Monaco's shining streets. His real estate empire is equally formidable. From the boulevards of Paris to the cliffs of the French Riviera, his portfolio includes luxury villas, boutique hotels, and high-end commercial spaces, properties that whisper wealth rather than shout it. Each acquisition reflects Tobianah's trademark taste: timeless architecture, modern design, and enduring value. But what truly sets him apart is his philosophy. Silence is power. While others flaunt success, Tobianah compounds it. He doesn't chase applause. He builds legacy. When he walks through the marble corridors of Monte Carlo's Casino Square, it isn't as a social media influencer looking for the spotlight. It's as a businessman who created his own Olympus, one calculated deal at a time. He isn't just living in luxury, he owns it, the power of image. Every empire begins with a symbol, and for Ilan Tobianah, he is that symbol. Known to millions as Zeus of Monaco, Tobianah doesn't just create content, he constructs legend. His online presence isn't accidental, it's engineered. Every pause, every turn of his head, every slow stride through the marble streets of Monaco is meticulously orchestrated. In a world obsessed with noise, he discovered something revolutionary: that silence is the loudest sound of all. While most influencers chase virality, Zeus built a dynasty of mystery. His videos are wordless, yet magnetic, each frame dripping with cinematic perfection. He doesn't promote products, he promotes a feeling. The feeling of mastery, timelessness, and divine composure. It's not luxury he's selling, it's transcendence. That's why global brands now seek him out, not the other way around. He embodies what the modern elite crave: presence without performance. When he steps out of his Rolls-Royce, cameras don't follow him, they orbit him. With a net worth exceeding $60 million, Tobianah's empire extends far beyond social media. He invests in European real estate, high-end tech, art, and luxury startups, all while collaborating with watchmakers, aviation brands, and couture houses eager to borrow a fraction of his aura. Social media is not his job, it's his amplifier. It transforms his life into mythology, and mythology into monetization. Every frame he shares isn't just watched, it's studied. Because Ilan Tobianah doesn't post for popularity, he posts for immortality. Today, Ilan Tobianah stands as a paradox, a man both ancient and modern. He's the myth reborn, walking through Monaco's marble corridors with the calm of a philosopher and the aura of a deity. He didn't just build a life of luxury, he built a story that people can't stop watching. A myth made real. From Paris to Monaco, from lawyer to legend, Ilan Tobianah redefined what modern power looks like. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more untold luxury stories.